everyone, this is Janae, and today I am going to share a little bit of my project life from where I stopped off last time, and just like a page or two, just so this video doesn't get entirely too long. So I think last time I ended off with this page. I had just gotten back um, here from Minnesota, so here's this side, and I came back from Minnesota, but and this, yeah. I came back from Minnesota, but my husband went on to Alaska for a few weeks or a couple weeks, I guess. And so he'd sent me these two pictures, and I just printed them out, and I backed it on some I think it's Echo Park for the record, just a 6x6 notepad that I'm just trying to work through so I can be done with it. So this is a picture of socks. Believe it or not. And this is a picture of the office he works in when he goes to Alaska. But the socks, it's just that he really loves this brand of socks, and we can't really find them a lot of places. But lo and behold, there's a shop in Alaska that sells them. So, and they have like a lifetime guarantee. So he goes back there whenever he has a hole in them or whatever, and they give him a brand new pair. So he's pretty excited about it. This documented is from El Studio, like they're one of their cutoff sheets, and I just cut that out and just attached it there. At the top, I stamped the date. Here's a badge from God knows where. I have no clue, but one of my badges in my stashes. And like I said before, my badges I attach on the outside of the page protector. And then on the side here, this way, I guess. I also have these two pictures happen on a different day. So that top one was the date for this picture. This one is the date for this picture. Sorry that I'm out of frame sometimes. I'm trying a new camera angle just so hopefully you can see it a little better. And then I use mini markets that say Alaska, and then I just use my sewing machine and just stitch through it. I don't typically use my sewing machine a ton on Project Life. It's just that if I do, I wait until I'm done with the entire spread, and then I take up my sewing machine and I stitch anything I want to. So that kind of helps, like, just in case I wanted to add something extra. Here's the documentation for this picture, and I used Ali Edwards stamp that says the story, and then there's my documentation, and then here is a Studio Calico wood veneer that I put on there, and this is just the back of that Studio Calico card that came in the Project Life kit. The other sides are grids, which is kind of nice. So down here I I took a picture of my Studio Calico kit, which I do every month, and I put it in there, and I use some of those tiny basic gray stickers to say January, and the little date thing is from El Studio. Backed it on some paper from, I want to say, the uh, Fact and Fiction line, I think. And then I also add another piece of gray stock just around it, just to kind of give it some definition from the busy background paper. So here is a picture of my typewriter. I got it for Christmas, but I didn't quite start playing with it until I think this is dated, yeah, the 6th, when we got back, or when I got back from Minnesota. So I put a picture in it for that day, and the word vintage is in, I used to use Studio Calico in gray, those letters. And love, I stamped out using this alphabet set, which I love. I use this on a lot of my Project Life, and I just stamped it in some black Memento ink, I think. And then there's some washi. I think it came in the kit. It was this one. And so I put it there, and the paper is from Fact and Fiction. There's a picture, and then that little craft tag is from Michael's in the Dollar Spot. I think I showed that in another haul, and then I did some more washi at the bottom just to kind of give it a little, I don't know, detail. So that was the 6th. And then here, my husband came home. Whoa, let's see if we can get that. Yeah, right here. But he flew in through Atlanta. Yeah, back from Alaska into Atlanta, and so I went to Atlanta to pick him up. So Atlanta has an IKEA, so of course I had to go a few hours earlier so I could play around in IKEA, got some things, and called it retail therapy. And the paper is from, I think, Basic Gray Serendipity. These letters are Basic Gray from one of the sticker sheets I had in my stash. Here it says "Who Can Resist," and that is from again, a Basic Gray Fact and Fiction. Apparently I use a lot of Basic Gray. So here's some mini markets, and I just outline them. This is says Happy Days, and that's again basic gray. And then Friday is from American Crafts, like one of their little cheapo stamp sets, and that has the days of the week. And so I stamped Friday, and then I put the date. So I don't typically put what day of the week it is, but um, I don't know. For some reason, I just want to do a little something different. And then here, therapy is actually on a October afternoon tag. That's what that blue is. And then the other little part of it that came off the page, I put up here by retail, right there. So I don't know. Just so I didn't throw it away, I guess. And then what's this? January 13th here. Went to one of my friends. Both her kids' birthdays in January, so they had like a combined birthday party. So I just covered up their faces because I didn't have permission to show them. And here's a little wood veneer I use of a little girl. And then I put her name here in Mini Markets. And the paper is just cupcake paper from the Serendipity line. And yeah, and then this Celebrate is from that Cosmo Cricut sheet that I love to use. I'm not sure where it is right now, but oh, here. These tiny text ones, love those. So always find a good word to kind of just stick on a picture. Give it a little just more detail. Of course, I stamped the date there. Here, my husband got himself a new iPad. He gave his old one to his dad. So he got the new Retina display or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. But I used Bo Bunny letters there to say new, and then iPad is in those tiny basic gray letters. And here I stamped the date right onto the picture using some StazOn ink. Um, and let's see, what else did I do with this? Oh, and the little arrow, I think, is from that Studio Calico, that arrow set that everybody has. Let's see if I can find it. This stickers, hearts, and arrow sheet there. So that was that. And this day, I think, yeah, obviously it rained because I'm wearing rain boots. It was super rainy that day, but I had to go out. In fact, I was going out to this birthday party. And so I love my rain boots. So I kind of like wish for rain sometimes in a weird, odd way, but I do, so I can wear my rain boots. And they're just a pair of high gloss red or pink hunter boots, which I love. So I use some thickers here. This paper is from, I'm sure, one of the basic gray collections. I'm not sure. But here are some pink thickers, and I Instagrammed the picture. Boots are in, I think I used, let's see, I think there are these letters that came in the basic, or the Project Life Studio Calico kit. And then I stitched, I don't know if you can see that, but I stitched right through the letters, you know, because I had taken out my sewing machine at this point. And this here says just dandy. And of course, I used one of my date stamps and that it said love and then the date. And then that little heart is from that arrows and heart sheet that I just showed you from Studio Calico. So that is that layout there. And that took me through the 13th of January. And then I'm just going to show you one little insert. I'm all caught up with Project Life, but I don't want these videos to get too long, so I'll just show you this last little one. And this is just I think it's an Instagram insert from Becky Higgins, and it's from her photo package protectors, and it's the small variety pack 1. So it has all those different deals in it. So I use this one just for something different. And I use all the same paper in all 3 of these slots on this side. And I used all of the little tags, not all of them, but the little tags that came in the kit with the wood grain outline, I put on each one, just to kind of give it some uniformity. I don't typically do that. Apparently I was in the mood to be matchy-matchy this day, so who knows. Anyway, this is a picture for the 16th, and I'll just fold it up there. Yeah, and like I said, this one says yeah, and then there's my journaling. And the picture kind of speaks for itself. It's my father-in-law's cousin in the middle, and she lives in Nashville, and she quite often gets to hang out with celebrities. And on this particular night, she hung out with a couple of the stars from the show Nashville. They live, I think, around here when the show is shooting. So she went out to one of the bar areas that they typically frequent, and she was there for a little intimate kind of concert deal, and they happened to be there, so she snapped a picture. So If you guys watch Nashville, you'd recognize them. That one's Deacon, and I don't remember his name, but he's, if you see him there. So anyway, here is, let's see, the 18th, and I was just documenting the temperature. It was 20 degrees that day, which is kind of cold for Tennessee. In fact, today we actually have snow on the ground, believe it or not. But anyway, added a little washi, and I think, yeah, I have a little washi at the top here too, and that's another thing I use to keep it like kind of uniformed. And there is we have this huge thermometer, and we got it when we lived in Alaska because, you know, the weather is so extreme, and it was fun to kind of go outside when it was super, super cold. And this one's rated to 60 below. The coldest I've ever felt was 55 below. So yeah, my husband got it for me like the first Christmas we lived in Alaska. So it's kind of fun to still have it, and we can see it from, like, we don't have to go outside to, you know, to look at it. Obviously, we can see it from inside our house, so it's fun. And then here's just a tiny bit of documentation. There's the date, and it says right now on that tab, and I'm sorry for the glare, but it does say right now. And then this last one, here is a picture of my husband with new tires that we bought for our truck. He was really excited. I documented it because he's really excited about the tires because he found a really good deal apparently. So he was going that day to get them put onto the truck. And here is thing says this way, and that again is a cutout from one of the L Studio cutout sheets. And I guess I could show you what they. I kind of, when I start chopping them up, I kind of just keep them clipped together like this. And they come like in these whole sheets, and I just chop out the ones I want. I guess not chop out, but cut out. And then, you know, if I've already started cutting into them, I keep them kind of clipped together, and I throw them in with all my Project Life stuff because I typically use these just for Project Life. So that's that. And let's see. Oh, I use another badge because, you know, I've got to work my way through my million badges. And again, that's on outside of the pocket protector. And yeah, documented it, dated it, called it good. This side really quick. This is the 18th. The next day, my husband made breakfast, and I think this was it had to have been a Sunday because that's usually the day he makes breakfast. And used some of that Echo Park For the Record paper again, just working through those stacks, those little 6x6s. They're perfect for Project Life. You put his name in some basic gray letters, there's a picture of him, there's the documentation, and called it good. This one, a little bit of a filler card. It's one of those currently cards that I think Ali Edwards typically does this, but I did currently in the wood veneer letters from Studio Calico, and then these are also Studio Calico letters that came off a sheet, which I'm not sure. It's this one right here. So, and I'm not sure, just self-adhesive letters. I think these might have came in a kit a while back. I don't know. And so I put thinking, reading, and loving, and then wrote my little journaling in there. Use some of that washi tape. This one here. And these arrows, I'm not sure where these arrows came from. They're stamps, and I have so many stamp arrows, I have no clue. So just any old stamp will work for an arrow. And then My Life is the Ali Edwards stamp set that I had just gotten, and I showed in a haul. So I just stamped that down there in some, looks like gray ink. And then this last one is just a picture of our bed. For some reason, the bed just looks really nice. I think, oh, this is the day I switched out our sheets from Christmas, or like, yeah, Christmas more festive duvet to more of just our winter duvet. And so, and it's the pretty chevron light blue color. And so my husband even commented, he goes like, God, the bed looks really good. So of course I snapped a picture, Instagrammed it, and these are letters in nude, that's basic gray, and these are those wood grain backed October afternoon, whatchamacallit, mini markets. And this paper is Echo Park For the Record again, and I just put a little date stamp at the bottom to say the date. So there it is. So it's a fun little insert. I really do like these smaller inserts. It makes you feel like, you know, it just adds a little bit more fun to your albums and stuff. So that is it for now. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.